Liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket.
The RD-180 main engine and 4 solid rocket boosters ignite to lift ULA's Atlas V rocket away from the pad. Together, the main engine and SRBs generate a combined liftoff thrust of 2.25 million pounds, or about 10 meganewtons. Shortly after liftoff, Atlas begins a pitchover to attain the proper flight path, while minimizing the dynamic pressure the vehicle experiences during flight. The Atlas V reaches Mach 1, the speed of sound, in 35 seconds. 1 minute 51 seconds into flight, the first 2 GEM 63 solid rocket boosters are jettisoned. The remaining 2 are jettisoned about 2 seconds later. Approaching payload fairing jettison, the Atlas V rocket is burning propellant at a rate of 1,700 pounds or 790 kilograms per second, traveling more than 7,600 miles or 14,200 kilometers per hour, and located 64 miles or 119 kilometers in altitude and 146 miles or 270 kilometers downrange. During ascent, the spacecraft is protected inside a 5-meter diameter payload fairing. This 2-piece shell encapsulates both the Centaur upper stage and the spacecraft. At approximately 3 minutes 30 seconds, the rocket is climbed above the densest part of Earth's atmosphere, and the payload fairing is jettisoned. At 4 minutes 23 seconds, propellant levels are depleted, and the main engine shuts down. 6 seconds later, the Atlas Centaur separation system activates to release the booster stage. The vehicle now weighs a little more than 5% of what it did at liftoff. At 4 minutes 39 seconds, the first Centaur main engine burn begins. Over the span of more than 3.5 hours, Centaur's RL-10 main engine will perform 3 engine burns. Within this sequence, the second burn is used to raise the apogee to a near geosynchronous altitude. 3 hours, 28 minutes, 28 seconds after liftoff, the RL-10 engine ignites for a final burn. This burn enables Centaur to slightly increase the perigee altitude and make a plane change towards its final separation orbit. Nearly 1 minute 40 seconds later, Centaur completes its final engine cutoff, following a guidance-commanded shutdown, a capability which ensures precise orbit injection. 3 hours, 32 minutes, 56 seconds after liftoff, ULA's Centaur releases the GOES-T satellite to geosynchronous transfer orbit, where it will provide NOAA and NASA with continuous imagery and atmospheric measurements of Earth's western hemisphere, lightning detection and mapping, solar imaging, and space weather monitoring.